Hi guys, in today's video I'm going to show you how to make some beautiful sweet pastry biscuits. So there is a previous video linked up on how to make this lovely sweet pastry, so if you want to go back and watch that. So what I have done here is I have made a small batch of sweet pastry and it has been in the fridge chilling for 1 hour wrapped in cling film. I have just taken it out of the fridge and I'm going to roll this on the table and cut it into cookies. So I just have some egg wash here, some sugar to sprinkle on top. I have a lined tray and a round pastry cutter for my biscuits. So let's get started. Now, so as you can see here, I have rolled out my sweet pastry. So we just want to have a look at, it's actually not super thick. Obviously the thicker you roll it, the longer it's going to take to cook. And the thinner you roll it, obviously the shorter amount of time it will take to cook. But your thinner biscuits will be a lot more crumblier and I think personally I prefer them to be a little bit on the thinner side over the thicker side. I'm going to take my pastry cutter and I'm just going to simply cut rounds all the way around my pastry, and I'm going to pop these onto a lined tray. Now, from that batch of sweet pastry, I got 24 cookies. Now, there is a small little bit of pastry trimmings left. Don't throw those out. You can wrap that up in cling film and put it back in the fridge, and you can re-roll it again, or you can actually freeze it and take it out when you need it. So what I'm doing next is egg wash. So I've just taken one egg here, and I've put a little splash of water in here, and I'm just going to brush the top off each one of these little biscuits. This will give them a gorgeous golden brown colour in the oven. Another little tip as well, if you want to make different flavoured biscuits, you can actually put in like orange zest, lemon zest into the sweet pastry mix, and that will obviously give you a gorgeous citrus biscuit. Another little tip is if you don't want your biscuits to spread too much in the oven when you put them in, chill them beforehand. So these can be baked directly, but they will spread a little bit, or you can chill them down, and once they're cold going into the oven, it will stop them from spreading. Also, I have a little bit of caster sugar here, and what I'm going to do is just take some of the caster sugar and sprinkle that on top of our sweet pastry biscuits here, and that will give them a lovely little crunch after they bake. You can also put granulated sugar, you can also put some, even some chopped nuts. Again, completely up to you. What these recipes are trying to show you is you can play around. Once you have the basic sweet pastry mixture, then you can add to it yourself. So these now, I'm going to pop them into the fridge just for about 10 minutes, just until they firm up slightly. So now my sweet pastry biscuits have been resting in the fridge for about 10 minutes. And what I've done here is actually I've just cut out the centre of some of the biscuits just to show you a different presentation style when they're baked. So they are ready to go, and they are popped into a preheated oven set at 180 or 160 fan. Now, my sweet pastry biscuits are ready. They have been baking for 10 minutes. So again, just keep an eye on your oven. They could take 8 to 12 minutes, but these ones here were baking for 10. And as you can see here, gorgeous golden brown colour. I'm just going to grab my second tray here, and I'm just going to put those onto a wire rack here just for a couple of minutes to cool down before I take them off the tray, and then I'll put them on the wire rack directly to cool. So as you can see here, beautiful, gorgeous sugar crust, lovely golden brown colour. And when they are cooled down, I will show you a different way to present them. Now, so the sweet pastry biscuits are nice and cooled. I'm going to be showing you how to make these now in a moment. So we have these plain biscuits here, which are absolutely perfect. Again, just for tea and coffee. They're a nice little treat. And this pastry, as I said, can be made in advance and frozen raw and then taken out when needed and baked. So what I'm just going to show you is that different style, what I've done. So I've taken the exact same cookie recipe. I'm going with clean hands, just going to turn the cooked cookie around, and I'm just going to put a very small spoon of strawberry jam into the center, and the same for this one here. And then we're taking the little cookie that has the hole cut in the center here, and that is going to be placed directly on top, and the jam will act as an adhesive there, and it will hold it together. And there you have a gorgeous jammy dodger. So again, that's just showing you a different way to use up that sweet pastry dough. So as you can see here, beautiful sweet pastry cookies or biscuits here, and then these delicious jammy dodgers. So I hope that's given you some inspiration.